एंड वेलकम इन ट्रांसफॉर्म टॉक न्यू एपिसोड। और आज हम फिर से मानसी जी के साथ इस सीरीज को कंटिन्यू करने वाले हैं, हु इज अ एक्सपर्ट इन पीपल फॉर गिविंग देम अ मेंटल हेल्थ सॉल्यूशन फॉर देयर चैलेंजेस। तो आज जो हमारी सीरीज में हमारा टॉपिक है वो है ओल्ड एज ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल को जो मेंटल हेल्थ चैलेंजेस आते हैं इस एज में, what are the challenges and what are the problems that they feel। तो आज हम उस पे डिस्कस करने वाले हैं विथ आवर एक्सपर्ट गेस्ट मानसी जी। सो वंस अगेन वेलकम मानसी जी।
थैंक यू कविता जी।
ओके, तो ऑलरेडी हमने ट्रांसफॉर्म टॉक पे आपके साथ 3 सीरीज ऑलरेडी हमने किए हैं एंड दिस वन इज द लास्ट वन, जहाँ पे हम बात करेंगे ओल्ड एज मेंटल हेल्थ से जो चैलेंजेस होते हैं आफ्टर द एज ऑफ 60 प्लस लोगों के जो चैलेंजेस होते हैं उस एज में। तो उस पे आज हम बात करेंगे। एंड जो मेरा पहला क्वेश्चन है आज इस सेशन में आपके से लिए, वो ये है कि जैसे कि जब हम ओल्ड एज में आते हैं, लाइक व्हेन वी क्रॉस 60 और 60 प्लस होने के बाद, व्हाट आर द बेसिक एंड मेन चैलेंजेस जो कि इस ग्रुप के लोगों को फेस करना पड़ता है, स्पेशली मेंटली, जो मेंटल चैलेंज आते हैं इन टर्म्स ऑफ मेंटल हेल्थ एंड ऑल। तो व्हाट आर दोस कॉमन चैलेंजेस जो कि अगर यंगर जनरेशन की बात करें तो उनके कुछ अपने चैलेंजेस होते हैं, एंड 60 प्लस की बात करें तो क्या है वो बेसिक चैलेंजेस जो मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल फेस करते हैं।
करेक्ट, वेरी नाइस क्वेश्चन कविता जी। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, आप और विक्रम सर, ओके, फ्रॉम ट्रांसफॉर्म टॉक, दे यू आर गिविंग अस अ गुड प्लेटफॉर्म टू रीच टू पीपल आउट देयर। ओके, सो ये एक बड़ा नोबल प्रोफेशन, आई वुड से दैट आई एम इनटू इट। आई एम वर्किंग एज अ क्लिनिकल साइकोलॉजिस्ट कम कम्युनिकेशन ट्रेनर, जहाँ पे एवरी स्टेजेस में क्या ग्रोथ आती है, बट विद ग्रोथ देर आर ऑलवेज चैलेंजेस ऑल्सो। Okay,
यस।
so when you see, small kids also, there is a growth pattern in them. But to achieve that growth pattern, they have to go with the challenges also. But बचपन में हम लोग वो growth देख के वो challenges को इतना, we don't take it as a challenge, okay? We take it as a growth or a milestone part. But when it comes to every age group, there is a decline also, okay? There is something like what we call it as एक growth होने के बाद there is a decline, okay? Which normally happens in this old age, okay? Because there is no growth pattern, but there is whatever that has happened as a growth part, okay? It will lead to a pattern of downfall, okay? So that normally happens in the old age, depending upon the age bar, okay? Some people at the 70 also, 75 also, they're keeping their health so nice, okay? So at that moment, they will not see that downfall, okay? So it depends on case to case, and it depends on person to person. As you asked me about this question about what are the common mental health challenges, okay, let's come back to that. That is where we see, most of the times there is a decline in their physical health. With physical health, you can see that there is a decline in their mental health too, okay? So one major part that we always say that it's a reason, which is depression or maybe a depressive thoughts, or they are more into the withdrawal, जहाँ पे कुछ चीजें अभी बाकी नहीं है, whatever the roles that they wanted to perform, they have performed it. Their family is, now may not be there, for them, okay, they are not around them. So एक वो चीज हो सकता है. At that level, you have completed your roles. That means that people are at the retirement also. Maybe that, most of the times where I've seen with the cases that they have lost their loved ones, or maybe their own people are not around them. So they feel that, okay, कि left out कर दिया है, हम अकेले हैं, okay. People are, busy with their life, but they don't have time for us. And ये generally वो share करते हैं when you see them into the sessions. So एक वो चीज हो गया. We always see that into the clinical setup that, at this old age, okay, they do have this GAD and SAD disorder, okay, which is known as anxiety disorder. GAD stands for generalized anxiety disorder and SAD stands for social anxiety disorder. जहाँ पे उनको recurrent एक टाइप का वरी होता है, एक टाइप का कंटिन्यूअस, देयर इज वरी इनसाइड विदाउट एनी रीजन, ओके, ये मैं कर नहीं पाऊंगा, या फिर दे परसीव इट दैट थिंग इज गोइंग टू हैम्पर देम और इम्पैक्ट देम, विच मे नॉट बी द केस. वो एक्चुअल केस नहीं होगा, लेकिन उनको सिर्फ वो ये चीज मन में बार बार आता रहेगा. That is called as GAD. And sad is nothing but they start withdrawing themselves from the social situations. जहाँ पे वो चीज को वो चीज में ना पार्टिसिपेट करे, उनको फियर लगे, उनको शायद ऐसा भी हो जाए कि ओके इफ आई गो देयर एंड इफ आई गेट अटैच टू समवन, ओके, just as the part of where they are feeling so good at a mental level, and if that person will not turn up, then what if, because ये ओल्ड एज में उनको इतना ही होता है कि शायद कोई हमें टाइम दे, कोई हमसे प्यार से बात करे, दे कैन स्पेंड गुड टाइम विद अस, दे कैन प्ले सम गेम्स विद अस. बहुत छोटी एक्सपेक्टेशंस रहती है, बट दैट टू आल्सो व्हेन दैट डजंट हैपन, it affects their mental health. In India, we have seen that, dementia is nowadays, which is increasing. Okay. So basically, dementia kya hota hai? There is a decline into mental function. As I said that ki ek growth hone ke baad, there is always a downfall. Okay. So ye cheez isme hoti hai ki jahan pe dementia is nowadays seen as, decline in their mental function. Memory loss, ye bhi ek cheez hum dekhte hai, that suddenly they start, having these episodes of not recollecting things, and then you say that अभी तो 10 मिनट पहले वो चीज किया था, आपको क्यों नहीं याद आ रहा है? And that happens with our own parents also if they are coming at this age group. Okay, there is sudden change in their mood and behavior. Okay, so you need to check it out. That is nothing happening which is voluntary from their end, but that is happening due to the age part. Okay. At this age, we have seen most of the times, if you visit old age homes, okay, just to help them, just to understand, and just to take care of their mental health, loneliness and isolation is the major reason that they try to put up. Okay. So whenever you try to speak with them, हमेशा एक चीज होता है कि their family, their relatives, their friends, they are so busy with their life, but they have forgot their own parents. Okay, they don't have time. यहाँ पे हमको डाल दिया है. Nobody comes and nobody tries, but they just call us in a day and just ask that, okay, how's your health? What about us? Okay, what things we have done in a day? Do you have time for us? So ये बहुत सी चीजें वो खुद शेयर करते हैं, जहां पे वो महसूस करते हैं कि उनको loneliness is the major reason of withdrawal more. And that's why we say that, कि they don't feel like living their life, or maybe, कि अभी suicide करके खत्म कर दे, या फिर we don't want to stay ahead, why to even get burden to my own kids? Okay, rather than just staying here alone, it's better if God takes us. Okay, so these are the things, they do share, but people do say that कि ये हाँ ऐसे ही बोलते हैं, but you don't know what is happening behind that story. Okay, this time I have seen that some of the cases where जहाँ पे substance abuse भी बहुत होता है, if they are habitual initially, let's say 40 to 60 years में अगर वो alcoholism में है, या फिर उनको medication है, they start sometimes on their own to take some kind of medications which are not been prescribed, जहाँ पे intoxication होता है, alcoholism बढ़ता है. Okay, at this age, just because they want to give up themselves. Okay, they don't want to be there in this world. Okay, for that matter they try to harm themselves in this pattern, but they don't know what are the hazards of that. Rather than doing this, they can definitely live their life nicely. ये चीज में स्लिप डिस्टर्बेंस भी बहुत हम लोग in cases we come to know from patients that okay they feel insomnia, या फिर there is fluctuation in their sleep pattern, that sometimes people sleep in a daytime heavily, but then by night, see, you all have to understand it's a body clock. Okay, जो तुम सुबह सोया, that doesn't mean that okay you will go for a deep sleep in the night. Okay, it's a body clock for you. Sometimes if you're really I would say if you're really tired, then definitely body will take time to get recover about it. So you may feel tired by evening, but let's say that if you are taking the whole 5-6 hours in a day to sleep, don't expect that okay your body will be ready for a nice good sleep in the night too. Okay, yeah, so वहां पे insomnia issues आते हैं, वहां पे sleep disturbances आते हैं. Sometimes it also happens that okay they try to recall their own memories, maybe that can be beautiful related to their own kids, but then when they are not there with them, it starts haunting them. And this is something what they have shared with us most of the times, and due to that they feel that ki I want my, kids to be with me. Okay. Why should I even stay here alone? Okay. What is the problem? They can take me to their house. Okay. I'll not even say anything. I'll not even, express myself, but I will try to be just with them. So this is kind of a thing जहाँ पे वो withdraw पूरे करे हुए होते हैं, and now it is a part for you to boost them. Okay. वहां पे पर्सनालिटी डिसऑर्डर्स भी कभी कभी हमें एट द क्लिनिकल सेटअप वी ट्राई टू डिग इनटू इट, दैट टाइम वी कम टू नो कि अगर अर्ली एज में उन्हें कुछ पर्सनालिटी डिसऑर्डर्स रहते हैं तो वो शायद ड्रैग होके ये एज ग्रुप तक रहते हैं, एंड देन you can see that there is a lot of change in their personality, that they start misbehaving, or they start, let's say, anger is very bad in them, irritation is very high in them, which affects their temperament. Okay, naturally it affects altogether to their relationships. So these are the major and a common reasons that we have seen in this. Apart from that, old age में अगर देखा जाए specifically, तो physical conditions होते हैं जहां पे हम लोग समझ सकते हैं कि there is altogether decline in their physical strength. Okay, so उनको शायद multiple chronic health conditions भी आते हैं. Okay, what we also see that, okay, nowadays the health bar has changed for us, so we can say that after 40-50 only we get a lot of diseases. Okay, but maybe during, let's say, 25-30 years back, okay, that the age bar was something different. Okay, with the chronic disorders. Okay, now we can say that यहाँ पे stigma based भी बहुत से experience ये लोग experience करते हैं. Okay, which they cannot accept. Okay, because they are at a very rigid point. Okay, यहाँ पे इतना एक mental state rigid बन जाता है कि they are not ready to accept easily. Correct. The second part that it is, it's a role transition, role of a life transition. Yes. So यहाँ पे life पूरा transit होता है, and that time you need to understand that, okay, you are not independent more, you are dependent on somebody. Okay, so if somebody comes, then you are ready, to do your things. So let's say that if I connect with one experience for the old age, where I visited in the old age, he said that my caretaker is on a leave today. So if he only comes, I can go back, or I can just he can take me to the garden. But today he is not there, so I don't think so that I'll be able to go. And then he was sad with that, because how will I spend my time? At least I meet there, 2-3 people out. Okay, maybe some youngsters that are there, some college students comes up to meet us. How do you feel that inside कि आज किसी से बात नहीं करने मिलेगा? So these are the few things which are there, which you need to understand कि वहां पे बहुत से चीजें dependency create होती है, just because they are not able to move themselves in it. Okay, जैसे मैंने बोला कि there is physical inability as well as there is mobility issue in this case. Later आता है, अगर once you start taking care of yourself, अगर खुद की care अगर आपने शुरुआत की, तो I don't think so that every time you will be depend on your family members. Okay, yes, at the age where you feel that now you are depend on your family members, जहाँ पे आपका mobility बहुत कम हो चुका है because of the age bar, then definitely your family will support you in that case. Okay, so we'll come back to that also, but let's understand from your individual point of view. जहां अभी आप रिटायरमेंट शुरू होता है आपके लिए, वहां पे जैसे मैंने बोला कि रोल ट्रांजिशन एक्सेप्टेंस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ओके, एक चीज बहुत आपके लिए इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाती है कि जहां पे आप 9 to 5 या फिर 10 to 6 यू आर देयर इन योर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, यू आर देयर विद योर ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल पीपल. तो जहां पे एक अलग टाइप का एनवायरमेंट रहता है, बट नाउ वंस यू हैव रिटायर्ड इट, you are going to get monotony in your own house because you're not used to that. Okay, जहां पे पहले तुम बहुत एक्टिव थे, यहाँ पे अभी एक्टिव नहीं है, but it's a relaxation time for you. Now sometimes I've seen that people are so active in their own organization that they cannot sit at home. Correct. So ये role transition के लिए बहुत important है. I'm not saying that now it's your time to relax it, you just have to sleep, you just have to eat. No, I'm not saying like that. Okay, but then you can do lot many other activities to boost you, to boost your mental health. You can do lot many other activities for it. Okay, so वो चीज आप कर सकते हैं. Social environment में आप कुछ initiatives ले सकते हैं. यूथ के साथ आप वो मोनोटोनी ब्रेक कर सकते हैं. You can start doing something as a charity work. Okay, if you're not just looking at a monetary part, okay, but just to make sure that you're helping your society so that your mind is also occupied in it. The second part is that, as I said, कि initially बहुत से time लोग बोलते हैं कि वो time chance नहीं मिला, या फिर बहुत family के responsibilities थे, या फिर वो time कुछ अलग था. Nowadays what we can see that you spend good time for your hobbies. हमारे time वो चीज नहीं था. Okay, so this is the golden point for you, that okay, you can do those things which are pending in your life. तो मेक अ बकेट लिस्ट इन योर लाइफ. ओके, कि अगर मैं 75 एज में हूँ, मुझे गाना पसंद था, गो अहेड फॉर इट. ओके, समथिंग दैट यू कैन डू at this age and your physical body is also helping you, move ahead with it. But things which you have not tried, and maybe your physical body is not right now helping you, then I think you have to park this question for you. Okay, you have to maybe wait for that, or you can do it maybe, modification in it. जो चीज आप 100% नहीं कर सकते, but maybe 10%, 20% you can modify that, and you can just, get that happiness of doing it. Correct. That's the third part, that as I've said, that the family which comes into this role. Okay, कि आप अगर आपके विसिनिटी में, आपके फैमिली में कोई ओल्ड एज है, या फिर आपको पता है कि आपके एरिया में रहते हैं, you can just try to connect them on weekly once. You can see that, many parks, okay, or many gardens, there are old age, people who are sitting. So you can just go in a group, you can just ask them how was their day. You can just tell them that, okay, we are coming from this and this group. Okay, our own, aim is just to get connect with you. Okay, so that you will not feel lonely, or whatever problems you have, we are ready to help you with it. But just make sure that you create that trust with them. Otherwise they will feel that, oh no, we are okay, we have a family around us. They will try to even pretend, just because nobody likes it to meet any stranger.
Yes.
Correct, because nowadays they are, very well aware about it, कि किसी stranger से बात नहीं करनी है, या फिर वो attack कर देते हैं. And these people are under that scared part. Okay, कि कहीं कुछ लेके ना जाए. Okay, my family members will shout on me. Okay, if I'll speak with the stranger. ये बहुत से चीजें होती है.
Yes.
So that is why you need to understand at the family level, community level, आप उनको encourage कैसे करें, आप उनको active कैसे रखें. You can have simple games for these, senior citizens also. Okay, let's say you can ask them to sit in a circle, pass the ball. You can just tell them that कि अच्छा जिसके हाथ में ball आ जाएगा, the person has to sing a song. So that is nothing but you are helping them for their part. Okay, with those songs they are actually getting into their memories. So these are the few things that you can do to boost them, and then they are waiting for the next time, just because it's giving them a happiness. So you can see that, there is a transition in it. As I said that कि वहां पे changes होने वाले उनके, health status में. So यहीं पे family को बहुत aware होना जरूरी है कि they need to give them a support, they need to give them a proper medication, they need to keep their health, eye on their health. Okay, they need to keep them as active. So take somebody from your family to, take them to the garden, or if they are, the mobility is good, boost them for, small walk. Okay, जहां पे वो चीजें आपके साथ करते हैं, due to the encouragement.
Yes, very well said.
तो यहाँ पे बहुत ही आपके family, friends और community, social support, as we say that, if you start working positively for them, I don't think so that their physical health and mental health will have any challenges in this period.
Yes, of course. बहुत अच्छे से बताया आपने. तो लाइक अभी जैसा हम बात कर रहे हैं कि व्हाट आर द चैलेंजेस दैट पीपल फेस आफ्टर 60 प्लस, क्या उसमें एक फाइनेंशियल कांस्टेंट भी इम्पैक्ट करता है? लाइक इस टाइम में क्या होता है, जो सीनियर सिटीजन्स के लोग होते हैं, समहाउ उनकी जो फाइनेंशियल डिपेंडेंसी होती है वो भी दूसरों पे चली जाती है आफ्टर सम टाइम व्हेन दे रिटायर, एंड इफ दे डोंट हैव सेविंग्स फॉर देमसेल्फ, तो उनका क्या होता है कि उनका जो फाइनेंशियल डिपेंडेंसी होता है वो भी अपने बच्चों पे चला जाता है या फैमिली के अदर मेंबर पे चला जाता है. एट दैट टाइम ऑल्सो दे फील लाइक लैक ऑफ फ्रीडम, क्योंकि लैक ऑफ फ्रीडम इसलिए होता है क्योंकि जहाँ पे वो पहले अपने सारे डिसीजन या सारी चीजें अपने हिसाब से करते थे, मनी मैनेजमेंट एंड एवरीथिंग, ना वो भी उनको छोटी चीजों के लिए भी लोगों को पूछना पड़ता है या फिर डिपेंड होना पड़ता है, वेट करना पड़ता है। तो ये जो लॉस ऑफ फ्रीडम हो जाता है इन टर्म्स ऑफ फाइनेंशियल थिंग्स, तो डू यू थिंक कि ये भी समवेयर इट इम्पैक्ट्स देयर लाइफ आफ्टर दैट एज ग्रुप?
Correct. Very nice question. यहाँ पे तो, it's not there in old age only. Okay. I can say that, when we have seen in our clinical setup, okay, youngsters also do have this kind of a thought pattern. Okay.
करेक्ट।
So as I said that it's a thought issue. Okay. जहाँ पे, you are always worry about your own physical health. But what here? Okay.
मेंटल हेल्थ।
Physical health पे अगर wound दिख जाए, then you are very alert. Just that, okay, it should not be visible for anyone. या फिर डॉक्टर को जाके दिखाए so that it will get better. But यहाँ पे अगर imbalance हो, so people are not aware to take care of that. Okay. Unless and until it stops actually working for you, that time you get alert. Ki, my mental health is not supporting me anymore. Now I have to see a psychiatrist or I have to meet clinical psychologist for that. तभी तक आप इतने, people are like, they are completely in their own shell. They don't have that awareness inside. So I don't say that it is only specially seen in this area or in this, age group. It is there in everyone. But as I said that it's a thought pattern. Okay. अगर ये thought pattern आपका similar, it is there from 40 to 60, 60 onwards ahead, then this is going to get more rigid. Okay. Because ये stage में आप बहुत rigid हो जाते हैं, and then you are not ready to be able to change from that. Okay. So even if your kids are saying, come on, let's go for it. I will make the payment. You don't have to worry about it. But let's get, rectify with this. Still, you will say that I am not a mad person. मुझे कुछ नहीं हुआ है, and I don't want to go ahead for it. I will not take any medication. Just because you are rigid on that part. So यहाँ पे अगर देखने जाए तो there are some let's say doctors, we all are working on this. We call it as it's a mobile mental health, especially after COVID it has increased a lot, where they provide services, okay, for bedridden patients, okay, or maybe some people who cannot come, okay, into the clinic setup, okay, or they cannot travel. So at that moment we can see that, in some vicinities you will see that, okay, this mobile mental health helpline which works for them, okay, जहाँ पे आप call करके पूछ सकते हैं, and if they are, in their vicinity which is available, then you can, take the help of this. Definitely I won't say that it will be all free. It might be there in some villages, okay, depending upon the area or the location. But even if the doctor is helping you, some kind of some contribution can be given, okay, in terms of, what kind of work that they are doing it for old age, okay, so that even old people understand the value of it, okay, rather than being, anytime they can call, they can come, okay, because everybody is working in a noble profession. So that can be one help that can be given. There are especially, what we have seen is policy intervention, okay, jahan pe we are expecting that government should take care of, increasing the funding part which is there, or allocate, a lot of counseling services for these people. जहाँ पे हम लोग वो भी बोलते हैं कि प्रो बोनो, मेंटल हेल्थ सर्विसेज, ओके, स्पेशली जहाँ पे कुछ डिस्काउंट ऑफर किया जाता है, so that when people are coming from that background, they will not have a burden inside of paying it, okay. They will definitely feel that some amount that has been discounted for us, okay. So that is also something what we can do to help people to get aware about it. At least, you should come forward for it rather than just sinking day by day in it, okay. And then it's nothing but it's hampering your mental health. Most of the times I've seen that, a lot of doctors we are giving, we give as a charity based, trainings, okay. We give them a guidance. A lot of times we take the workshops which are free based, okay, where we can ask, family members to be a part of it if they, if they are having, let's say, old age people in their family, how to especially take care of themselves as well as these people. Because sometimes ऐसे भी होते हैं कि because of their rigid attitude, at the age of your, young age, you're not ready to take all those things, okay. You are there with your own strength, okay. You are there with all your, temperament, and you are not able to go to their level to understand that temperamental change, okay. So बहुत से time, I've seen in, a lot of cases जहाँ पे मेरा फादर ऐसे करता है, my mother, how many of times I have told her, she's not ready to listen. Okay, so you need to understand, okay, why there is a sudden change in their thinking level or thoughts level. Okay, and that time we help their kids at this level of taking the workshops on it. So बहुत से ऐसी चीजें हैं जहाँ पे आप गाइडेंस प्रोवाइड करते हैं, ट्रेनिंग लेते हैं, कम्युनिटी बेस्ड वर्कशॉप्स, अवेयरनेस वर्कशॉप्स आप लेते हैं, ओके, जहाँ पे मुझे लगता है कि आफ्टर 60-65 प्लस आई थिंक यू शुड गो फॉर दीज अवेयरनेस सेशंस, जहाँ पे यू विल ऑल्सो अंडरस्टैंड कि इफ यू आर स्टेइंग इन अ फैमिली, इफ यू आर स्टेइंग विथ योर सिस्टर इन डॉटर इन लॉ, योर योर सन, or maybe with your let's say grandkids, okay, how do you try to adapt to a new environment? How do you try to adapt to the new lifestyle, new trends, rather than being हमारे time ऐसे नहीं था, you cannot do these things, okay? You should be back by 7, okay? It's not something which is the lifestyle right now, okay? You supposed to understand, okay, कि कितना कुछ अच्छे चीजें आप adapt कर सकते हैं, so that you can have a role transition happily in your life, and I think everyone can live family life which is very very happily, correct? So this is the role transition part here.
बहुत अच्छे से बताया मानसी जी आपने. डेफिनेटली बोथ साइड सपोर्ट इज वेरी मच इम्पोर्टेंट फ्रॉम फैमिली टू द पीपल, राइट? ओके, तो जैसे कि आप बता रहे हैं कि आफ्टर 60 और 65 प्लस पीपल शुड अटेंड दिस काइंड ऑफ सेशंस एंड वर्कशॉप. तो मानसी जी, डू यू प्रोवाइड एनी वर्कशॉप फॉर सीनियर पीपल?
Correct. We normally provide the workshops, and for that, we always update our, workshop information also on our site. Okay. So definitely those who are really willing and they are really trying to change, okay, transform their life, not only at the old age, but at every stage of their life, they can definitely follow our page, that is Manas Vastyam. Okay. And I think you can share the link also, okay, on when you'll release this series. Okay. So that many people can join that, they can get more aware about the awareness sessions, and I think that will help them to boost their mental health. Yeah.
Wow, that's really wonderful work, Mansi ji. And I think yes, definitely. आज के टाइम में everyone they need some guidelines to live a better life. Anyhow, we are knowing कि कैसे रहना है, क्या करना है, but somehow when we stuck at that time we need a mentor, right? So wonderful. And बहुत अच्छा लगा आज के इस सेशन में मुझे समझ के कि जो 60 प्लस के एज ग्रुप के लोग होते हैं, क्या उनके चैलेंजेस होते हैं और कैसे उनको उस चैलेंजेस को डील करना चाहिए. आपने बहुत अच्छे से सब कुछ डिस्क्राइब किया. और आई थिंक जो हमारे ऑडियंस है, जो भी इस वीडियो को देखेंगे एंड जो इस वीडियो से अपने आप को कनेक्ट कर पाएंगे, दे विल गेट लॉट ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन कि आफ्टर सर्टेन एज हाउ टू डील विद द थिंग्स लाइक फिजिकल चेंज, मेंटल चेंज, इन सारी चीजों को कैसे कॉप अप किया जाए. आपने बहुत ही अच्छे से बताया. सो थैंक यू सो मच मानसी जी. आपने हमारे साथ लगातार 4 सीरीज आपने बात की फॉर डिफरेंट एज ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल और देयर चैलेंजेस and struggles what they are facing and how to deal with all these things. So thank you so much for sharing all this valuable information through Transform Talk, and I hope viewers will definitely take benefit from this. So yes, अगर आपको ये वीडियो अच्छी लग रही है तो आप लाइक कमेंट करेंगे, और आप कि अगर कोई क्वेश्चंस है जो आप मानसी जी से पूछना चाहते हैं तो यू कैन जस्ट पुट इन कमेंट बॉक्स. सो डेफिनेटली we will get back to you, and if you want to attend some sessions with Mansi ji, then definitely you can reach out with her, and we will share the details how to connect with Mansi ji, who is the expert. So thank you so much Mansi ji once again for coming and sharing this much valuable information in Transform Talk. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kavita and Vikram sir, for taking this platform ahead and helping people to boost their mental health. It's a noble part that you guys are doing it, and I think I expect that you should go ahead and you can make people more aware. When it comes to their mental health and other areas of their life, and I think you guys are doing wonderful job. Okay, so wish you all really all the best for all the success that you are trying to gain through this Transform Talk. Yeah.
Thank you Mansi ji. Thank you.